But welcome to the stage, a special All the Things. Please welcome to the stage, Jonathan Galeano Gonzalez.
What's up, everybody? Cool. Is everyone doing well? Okay. We got some ding-dongs doing good. All right. This is cool. I want to start with something a little bit different here. I'm going to be like really honest with you. My entire life, I've wanted people to like really like me. Everybody, like every person. I mean, this is kind of like a little taste, right? But I mean, like every human being I've come in contact with. And then I realized growing up, I don't connect with all people. I don't connect with most people, to be honest. And I kind of found out why recently. I sat down with a world-renowned psychologist from Mexico City who specializes in neurodivergence. And I didn't even make an appointment. This woman heard about me and was like, bring the boy over. I want to see what I can learn. Bring him over. I swear to God, I have like really good insurance. She wouldn't take it. She was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, cash. She was like, no, this is good. And we sat down for 3 hours. I went to her house, right? It was a house call. And I got to her place, and I knocked on the door, and her nephew answered the door. And her nephew is a 14-year-old boy with Down syndrome, right? And he opened the door, and he was wearing dinosaur pajamas, bottoms and tops, and he was playing with the dinosaur. And I was like, this fucking guy rocks. He's a purist, you know? I was like, yes, like right out of the gate. And I love people with Down syndrome. I'm not trying to be facetious or anything like that. I feel like that extra chromosome is just loved. Like they're so fucking warm. So I walked in and already the setting is good, right? So it's like helping me kind of be like vulnerable. And me and this woman, we sit down at a table, and for 3 straight hours, she hits me with like questions, different tests, like all this stuff. And we're 3 hours into the thing, and I start getting panicky, and I'm like, look, can you just tell me, like, am I neurodivergent? And she went from this like proper, older, renowned Mexican psychologist to like a cool Cali kid. She was like, oh, for sure. No, for sure. And she literally said 100% at one point, and she pronounced it like that, 100%. And I freaked out because I don't know what the word. I was like, what the? I was like, fuck. I got like really panicky, and I was like, is that a bad thing? And she goes, no. She goes, it's just your brain is different. And I was like, that sounds bad. That sounds fucking terrible. And she goes, no, I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna show you on a piece of paper, right? And she pulls out a piece of paper. She goes, this will be simple. This is an oversimplification, but here I'm gonna show you. And she draws 2 brains on the paper. And she goes to one brain, and she goes, this is how most people process information. And she starts in the back of the brain, and she draws an arrow. She goes back to front, back to front. You see how smooth it is? And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, this is how you process information. And she starts in the back, and she goes back, like a fucking Daffy Duck, just like, woo, 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 woo. I'm like, dude, you have stigmata? Like her hand was fucking possessed. And she finally stops just short of tearing the paper. And I'm like, you said it wasn't bad. Like, that seems really bad. And she goes, no, it's not bad. She goes, look at that. And she pointed to my left, and I was like, what the fuck is over here? And I don't know when this happened, but during the 3-hour evaluation, her 14-year-old nephew with Down syndrome sat next to me. And we were just holding hands. Like he sacrificed a dinosaur playing hand to hold my hand. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I was like, And she goes, yeah. She goes, he doesn't like all people. Like he's very shy. He doesn't like most people. Like you somehow like hyper focused and like really were articulate and took my test and answered my questions and everything. And at the same time, you were like open enough that he came and sat next to you and felt comfortable with you, and you didn't even realize that happened. And I was like, sweet. So I'm like the Pied Piper of kids with Down syndrome, I guess. I still don't know what to do with this information. Like. Out in the world, and I was like, what do I do? And she goes, you don't have to do anything. She goes, all this means is that you process information in a funny way. You process information in a funny way. She said I'm funny. On a neurological level. This is a fucking brain specialist. So that's the blurb for the comedy I'm about to do. Like, that's the foreword by Neil deGrasse Tyson before you read the book about stars. And also, fuck most people. Like, most people suck. Most people are fucking stupid. Like, I'm cool. Me and the kid. You guys aren't most people, by the way. It's not possible. All right, we got some ground to cover, so let's kind of start at the top. I was born here in Los Angeles, and people think Los Angeles is superficial because of Hollywood. I've had people to my face go, ugh, LA is just so fake. And when they say that, I have a PTSD flashback to that time that I got stabbed by a Dodgers fan. I also remember when the Mexican mafia killed my uncle. LA feels real to me. Very real. And it's funny too, because like no one's like in between. Like people either love it or hate it. The people that love it don't even call this city Los Angeles. They call it Hollywood. And they get really excited. I had a woman at an airport. She was from the Midwest. We were just chatting. She said, where are you from? And I was like, oh, LA. And she goes, oh my God. Wow. You're from Hollywood. You guys make all the movies. I was like, you guys? There's millions of people in Los Angeles. I was like, no, ma'am. Some actors, directors, producers, and a handful of pedophiles make the movies. Everyone else is like eating lean cuisines and watching like Cops. Like, so it's a normal ass place. Yeah, growing up was interesting. I actually became Mexican at the age of 8 years old. It's true. I was Mexican on paper, but the gene hadn't activated yet. It activated in 1996 when the Nintendo 64 came out. Up until then, I thought I was just a little American boy, and I remember I wanted one so badly. Like, I knew everything about it. Here's a little background, though. We were fucking poor. I used to pay for ice cream, but the ice cream man would take food stamps from me. I thought it was normal. I didn't know that he would drive off and shed a tear. Like, I was like, oh, that guy's cool as fuck. I didn't, I think he's sick. He's sniffling. Like. So I knew it was gonna be like a hard proposition to get my mom to buy me one. So I like really like, fuck. And my mom was super sweet. She would take care of us and everything. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And I remember I went up to her and I had a pitch. And I was like, Mom, I need a Nintendo 64. It's the first console with the joysticks. You don't have to take us to the arcade. My mom had never once taken us to an arcade. That's that American white boy manipulation that was coming out of me. And then I hit her with she kept asking me like, how much is it? How much is it? And then I hit her with some really manipulative shit. Some of the oldest, whitest evil. I used marketing tactics on her. She was like, how much is it? And I was like, it's $149.99. And my mom did something that I'd never seen up until that age before. She threw her head back and I was just watching. And then she cackled like a witch. That meant no. And I was like, fuck. And she laughed so hard, I'll never forget. Spittle hit me in the face. I was like my dreams just broken. I'm like, ugh. And it made me so angry. I literally felt like a feeling in my body. I felt something starting to like bubble up. And like a couple days later, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking getting one. And I went to my grandfather's shed and I grabbed his manual lawnmower. Do you guys remember manual lawnmowers? Powered by your will to mow lawns? I grabbed that rusty piece of shit and I mowed every single lawn in my neighborhood. Front yard, backyard. I pulled weeds, $5 a pop. I had a little red wagon flyer cart. I would fill it up with lemons. I would go door to door and I would knock on your door and I would sell you lemons. I was 8 years old and I was hard up for cash. And without even knowing what a stereotype was, my gut instinct was to landscape and sell fruit. I literally just transformed into a Mexican man on the spot. I was just like, ah, fuck. It was like when Peter Parker gets bit by the radioactive spider. I was just like, oh, fuck. Oh, something's happening. I think I want 8 kids. Fuck. Just sprouted a fucking handlebar mustache. Ready to go. I did get one, by the way. I handed my mom like $100 and she put in the rest. It was good. It's, you know, it cracks me up that there's a stereotype that Mexicans are lazy. You guys have all heard this stereotype. That's actually the laziest stereotype. Like, that's the irony of it. It's like dude, Mexican people are so fucking hardworking, especially if you love food, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of food, Japanese, Armenian, Kenyan, like, dude, they could find the lost city of Atlantis right now, open up a fucking Atlantean restaurant in Silver Lake, you know? You walk in, there's like a seahorse as a host. He's just like, right this way, sir. A mermaid is your server, yeah. There's a half octopus humanoid in the front fucking making rolls or whatever the fuck. Go into the kitchen, there's 4 Mexicans, a Guatemalan, and a white dude with a criminal record. Guaranteed. And that white dude's got a spider web tattoo on his elbow, all right? It's a scientific thing. I'm a hardworking Mexican man, but I ironically have a lazy eye. And God has a great sense of humor. It happened when I was 10 years old. Up until the age of 10, I had 2 straight God-fearing eyes. And one day I woke up at 10 years old and my left eye had gone out for a pack of cigarettes. And just never came back. But 10's a good age for that, though, you know? Because we all know how, like, empathetic and compassionate children are. You know? They're so cool. You know, they check in. Hey, how you doing, man? It was rough. It's rough because I was the only kid with the lazy eye. Like, there's always a few fat kids. Like, fat kids are a dime a dozen. They get picked on. The lazy eye thing was, like, top shelf. It was like, that guy's really different. And I didn't know about the neurodivergent thing either. So it was like my eye and my brain were, like, functioning on a different fucking frequency than everyone else. I remember I told my crush that I liked her in elementary school. This is, you know, post lazy eye. And or during, I don't know. And it took a couple weeks to like build up the courage. I didn't know what sex was. I didn't know what none of that stuff. And I remember I had like a little totem. I had a holographic Aerodactyl Pokemon card in my pocket. Like that was my like grounding. Like I couldn't see it. I just knew it was in there. I was like, it's a fucking fossil Pokemon, bro. Like I was just like, oh. All right. And so I built up the courage and I finally went up to her and I was super awkward and I was just like, hey, I like you. And she looked back at me and the seconds felt so long and then she just goes, your eye is weird. And I want to say I power walked away, but I'm pretty sure I ran. Like, This is my first taste of rejection from someone that you liked. Now I'm dead inside. Like I'm numb. I'll go up to a fucking playmate and just be like, "What's up?" Like I don't. Rejection means not like. But then it was just like, "Oh shit!" Like that is not fun. And around that time, we were taking sex education classes, so we were learning about like reproduction and all this stuff. And I found out what a virgin was. And I remember thinking like, well, if the price of being a virgin is I don't have to feel that again, like. I'm good with it. Like, that's fine. And as a kid, I made this weird choice, like this weird deal with the devil where I was just like, I guess I'll forego sex, whatever it is. And I did, and I just became like this really like introverted, kind of like nerdy kid. Like I was reading literature when I was like a kid just because I was like, fuck it. I became like an advanced reader. I got really good at video games. Like I just nerded it up in high school. I was the vice president of the chess club. Like I hung out with like all the freaks and geeks. And then when I turned 18 years old, I grew about 8 inches and I grew into my eyebrows. And I immediately lost my virginity to a 30-year-old woman. And here's the thing, a 30-year-old woman does not give a shit if you have a lazy eye. On the contrary, a 30-year-old woman with like a car insurance payment's like, can I sit on your lazy eye? Is that cool? I've got like a crooked pussy. Like I kind of... They don't give a shit. I was a weird kid, so yeah, I was like really nerdy and dorky, a big reader and all this stuff. But I was also a troublemaker. It was like, I put my mom through a lot of shit. I was a huge troublemaker. I had ADHD. I got expelled from 3 separate schools. And then a 4th one let me resign like Nixon. Literally 2 weeks at Getty's Elementary School. They were like, dude, your son has got to go. And my mom was like, oh, we'll put bells on his shoes. Like, what? Like, you'll know where he's at, like 24/7. And they were like, And then on top of that too is like ADHD, troublemaker, like kind of weird outcast kid, the kid with the lazy eye, like the kid that's reading too much. All that, and then on top of that too, it's like that's when your hormones start to kick in even harder, like to another level. And that's like that's a biggest distraction in school is when you start becoming horny. Do you remember having a crush on a teacher when you were in school? That was fucking powerful. My entire middle school had a crush on Miss Joy. Miss Joy wore high heels and a thong every single day of the school year. And this is pre-internet porn, okay? Now it's like high heels and a thong, like who gives a shit? Like kids can watch a gangbang in high definition during recess sideways, like, okay, let me comment, like, this is pre-internet, this was insane. And we couldn't actually see her thong, but she was the only teacher that didn't have panty lines. So we believed in it. Like the Holy Spirit. I know it's there. It was so crazy. All we talked about during recess was like Pokemon and Miss Joy. Those were the two. If she wore a sexy outfit, some fucking perverted Paul Revere would run through the entire school just like winded, like spread the word. She's wearing tan pants! Tan! He would fucking collapse and be in the nurse's office with a bloody nose and an ice pack on his head. It was fucking wild. One day something crazy happened. Miss Joy was writing on the chalkboard, and my friend Jeremy was the biggest troublemaker I'd ever met, period, because he was a child of neglect. And it's true. And Miss Joy was writing on the chalkboard. He went up to every single boy in our class, and he tapped us on the shoulder, and he said, check this shit out. And we were like, fuck. Like, Jeremy's about to pop off, dude. Right? And he goes up to Miss Joy, and he looks at Miss Joy, and she's writing on the board, and then she just looks right back at him. And then he drops his pencil, and he goes, whoops. And Miss Joy looks at him, confused for like a second. But then she turns like this, and she bends down, and she picks up his pencil. And when she does, her shirt pops up, and we finally see her thong. It was pandemonium at all of middle school. The kid with asthma started having a seizure in the corner. It's like, I saw sacred geometry for the first time in my life. I fainted, but I heard a kid did a backflip off a tree. Like, it was insane. This is how powerful that moment was. Me and all the kids in that class were friends. After school, we'd meet up, we'd trade Pokemon cards, we'd talk shit, we'd play. Not one single boy that saw Miss Joy's thong that day met up after school to play. We all just fucking power walked home with our JanSport backpacks to shower while the memory was still fresh. Do you guys remember sharing a room with like a sibling and you would shower 5 times a day? Your mom would be fucking losing her mind. Like, just jerk off in your room. The fucking water bill's ridiculous. Like, we all know. You're clean. You're clean. God damn. And here's the thing. I'm kind of like a weirdo, pseudo-spiritual dude. Like, I believe in like energies and frequencies and all that stuff. What kind of dark psychic energy goes out into the cosmos when an entire group of 12 to 13-year-old boys all sprint home and simultaneously masturbate to the same object of desire, Miss Joy? Presumably in the shape of a pentagram. Like, if you took a map of Baldwin Park and you pinpointed where each one of the boys lived and you circled the whole thing. I'm surprised we didn't open a fucking portal to another dimension. That's my pitch for Stranger Things season 6. If anyone here is connected. I tried to go back to school as an adult, and I went to a community college, and it didn't go much better, to be honest. I will say this, though. I only have $12,000 in student loan debt, which is nothing. Literally, because I don't have a degree. I don't even have an associate's degree. I have $12,000 in student loan debt, and I'm not even associated with higher learning. So I got some blind spots. You know? Like, there's just things I don't know. Like, I'll give you an example. I gendered a word that I'm pretty sure has never been gendered before in all of history. I was talking to my friend, and she's a Harvard graduate, and I was trying to explain to her that I hung out with a woman who makes sculptures. And I was like, fuck, there's a word for this. I was like, she's a woman, and she makes sculptures. I was like, woman, sculptures. And I was like, oh, duh, I hung out with the sculptress. And I said it like really confidently, too. And my Harvard-educated friend was like, dude, it's just sculptor. And instead of owning it, I got shitty and defensive immediately. I was like, I had a root canal today, and the dentist gave me all kinds of drugs. All right? What did we talk about? We talked about boundaries, you know? You're not my fucking therapist, okay? All right? Let's get water. Yeah, you know what? Other people say dumb shit, though, so I give myself a little bit of grace. One of my friends said one of the craziest things I've heard in a long time. She's super hot. She's like super, super hot, like influencer type person, does all her money making on social media, is addicted to her iPhone. We're hanging out, and she's just casually, she's scrolling on her phone. And then I don't know what she saw. I didn't have an angle or anything, but she just stopped scrolling and she goes, I'm sick and tired of these unfuckable dudes trying to accomplish things to become fuckable. And I was like, harsh. Also, do you have any fucking clue how innovation works? You think super fuckable dudes invented the iPhone and the internet that you need to make a living? Super fuckable dudes are just walking in places like, what the fuck? They're not curing things. Like, unfuckable dudes achieving their way to fuckability is how we leave our solar system. It's the greatest motivator. What kind of weird fuckability caste system are you proposing? Like, this is like this close to eugenics. I'm like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out, all right? But I get it. She probably saw Elon Musk and was just like, I like, just don't put them in government. Like, put them in a room with a bunch of computers, like the multiple monitor thing, you know? Get some 90s hacking montage music going. Like, fucking chill. Like, don't cockblock Star Trek because it's so egregious. Speaking of Star Trek, did anyone else notice that as soon as they shut down Jeffrey Epstein's sex island, billionaires started going to space recreationally? That was weird. That timeline is incredibly accurate, but I made that conspiracy theory up. Please help me spread it. Please. I like a good conspiracy. I do. My favorite conspiracy right now is that the vaccine, this is an oldie but goodie. The vaccine has a microchip in it. Have you guys heard this one? Right. No, I mean, I get it, because, like, how on earth would they track us? How is it? It would have to have, like, the microchip would need, like, GPS, probably. Maybe, like, multiple cameras, you know, a microphone. I mean, dude, if you think that the vaccine has a microchip in it, you are fucking crazy. Because it's actually a microscopic school bus with a wacky science teacher in her classroom. And they go on scientific adventures in your body. You guys know this? If you want to find out why hemoglobin is red, you gotta get the Moderna. That's the only way. Or don't. I don't do political humor. I do like science, though. I love the Magic School Bus. I have a favorite science experiment. I read this experiment where they gave rats cocaine. You guys heard this? Yeah. In the 1970s, they wanted to find out how addictive cocaine was because for the first time in all of recorded human history, straight men were blowing other men for a substance. And they were like, we gotta figure this out, like, ASAP. What is happening? Like, even the conquistadors, the fucking Europeans that came here, they'd chop your arm off for gold, but they would not blow you. Like, they're like, shit. And that's greed. Like, they're like, okay. And so I was reading, and this is what they did. They took rats and they put them in cages by themselves, individually. And then they would introduce this, like, cocaine water mixture into the rat's environment. The rat would go and fucking, and then just like, it just do cocaine water and till it would OD and die. Every single time. Which is super fucked up. They made rats do cocaine by themselves. Yikes. I'm not a big fan of cocaine, but it is a social drug, god damn it. Like, I was reading that and I was like, dude, I can solve this. I was like, take all the coked out rats and put them in one big fucking cage. That's a Hollywood Hills party. Just all these fucking coked out rats talking over each other, you know, pitching scripts, you know. It's actually Kubrick, you know, like one rat trying to bum a cigarette that never has his own fucking pack. That experiment bugged me because I read that and I was like, dude, I was like, drugs are such a human thing. Like, it amplifies humanity in good and bad ways. I was like, that just experiment didn't make sense to me. I was like, these rats just had unlimited free cocaine. Like, what are the stakes, you know? Like, these rats aren't like fucking doing blow till 5:36 in the morning and then they're like, oh, fuck, I gotta open a Starbucks. Shit. Fuck. Fuck it. Like, dude, okay, so I used to work in a laboratory, right? And I've also like tried cocaine like, 400 times or so. And this is what I think they should have done. You give these rats a limited supply of cheese at the beginning of the month, and then you figure out how to make them trade that limited cheese for cocaine. Those rats are gonna get their shit together. Just have some fucking strung out rat. Just pacing. He's like, oh fuck. Oh Jesus Christ. I blew all of my cheese on cocaine. Oh fuck. It's my weekend with the kids. Oh shit. That helicopter's just still right there. Fuck. Oh fuck. You guys. Oh, dude, you know what? Fuck it. Hey! You in the lab coat! Can you guys front me? I get more cheese on the first, I'll get you back. Like, do not. That is a fictitious rat character I made up. You guys don't overthink it. So I kept reading. And I read and I found out that a couple years later, because they made all those drugs illegal. They were like, oh, it's lethal and it's evil and it's deadly and all this shit. So then the Canadian scientists that did this were like, okay, like that didn't make sense. So they did the thing that I thought when I was reading it. They built an entire park. They called it Rat Park. They put all the rats together. There was like toys, feeding areas, like fucking drum circles. Like it was just banging. Awesome. Like all the rats together, they had a sense of community, all that stuff. And the rats stopped ODing on cocaine. They still did cocaine, but they did it responsibly. They would do blow for 7 hours. They would fuck all night, drink some water, go to sleep, and then chill for like 6 days. I know a lot of people on that routine. It was pretty healthy. Here's another fun animal science fact for you guys. I read this. Certain species of octopus, when they mate, the male's penis detaches from his body like a little heat-seeking missile, and it swims itself into the female's vagina, and then she gets pregnant, and then he just dies. Which is pretty cold. But there's a lot of women that would prefer it that way. There's no Me Too movement in the octopus world. Everything is above board. So you gotta sync up. And then I kept reading and I was like, oh my God, okay, this gets crazier. And I found out when the male's penis detaches from his body, from the blood loss and the shock to his system, the male octopus immediately develops acute dementia. How confusing are his last moments in ocean? He's just like floating into the abyss in a cloud of his own blood. His dick is swimming away from him. And he's just like, where's my family? Rosebud. Just fucking... I see my grandmother's eyes. It's fucking awful. Also, these octopuses are fucking simps, man. They're like smart creatures. I don't know. That's like way too much commitment. Like these octopuses really want that octopus. Don't. It's pun corner. I don't know. It's too much commitment. Like me as a grown ass man, I have a hard time committing to like a date. because it might be weird. Like, and then it's crazy because like when I go on a date with a woman, it's like for her, it's like he might kill me. For me, I'm like, what if she's boring? Like those are the fucking stakes. And but I'm like, I don't want to risk boring though. Like that sucks. And it's just, and then like the thing, and it's a whole rigmarole, and it's just like, oh, the door, and then the split. I like, dude, I went on a blind date with a white woman, and let me rephrase that. I was verbally assaulted by a woke supremacist. It was a doozy. A blind date. We don't know anything about each other. Within the first 10 minutes, she told me that I was apropos of nothing, by the way, that I was a privileged, straight, white male, right? And like, you know, here in LA, we're still under the like, oh, don't assume people's gender roles, right? This woman assumed my entire spectrum of existence. She's like gender, race, fucking sexual orientation. And like, she was wrong about a lot of it. Like, male is accurate. Straight. Like, I was born and raised in LA. Like, I'm straight by default, I guess. And then she called me white. I'm first generation Mexican, Nicaraguan American. Both of my parents are immigrants. My mom got pregnant all the way down south in Mexico City, and she fucking ran that kickoff through the border, 8.5 months pregnant, illegally, and scored a touchdown at General Hospital, Los Angeles. When I was born, my mom fucking spiked me and went, naturalize! No epidural. So it was a terrible date. We had no chemistry. She was rude, horrible conversationalist. She would ask you a question like, what do you think about global warming? I'd be like, whoa, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever. I was just like, the penguins, yeah, you know, microplastics. And then she asked the question, I would be like, what do you think about global warming? And she would go, I don't know. Like that. And I'm a nice guy. Like, I don't touch my phone. She kept looking at her phone and like, on her phone and just rude, and then just waterboarding me with wokeness. Just like being rude, but then also like pretentious and just like, it was like bell hooks. And I was like, oh shit. Like, and finally I was like, dude, I've had enough of this shit. And I was like, let's get the check. And the bill came, and I was like, we're gonna split the bill. We're gonna go Dutch. And when I said that, she got real traditional. She was like, I guess if you want. And I paused for a second, and I was like, I want. I have a new policy for first dates. If you see the word patriarchy more than 5 times, you pay for your own fucking food. I don't know. At some point during the date, like, it really aggravated me because they're just sitting across from each other, and this person's just like being this way, and I just wanted to grab her by the shoulders and just be like, we believe all the same shit. And we both do nothing about it. So like, just stop fucking like, just stop ruining parties. Like that's like we're lined up. Like just stop. I would never do that though. I would definitely say that. I would never grab someone by the shoulders to tell them something. That's psychotic. Have you ever had someone grab you by the shoulders to tell you something? That hasn't been appropriate since like the 1700s probably. We're just like, the English are coming by sea. Oh, shit. Now, like, it's like, do you have an Android charger? It's USB Type-C. Oh, like, fucking chill. I had a dude grab me by the shoulders and just tell me, like, the most inane shit. And then I was like, dude, I'm coming up with a lot of policies. I was like, all right, new rule. The only person allowed to grab me by my shoulders to tell me something is myself from the future. With an important message and a bionic arm and a computer eyeball, or just like, learn Mandarin, man, now. And buy crypto, booty clap crypto, everything, put everything. Oh, and also just like stop eating full meals at 7-Eleven, dude. I have a robot asshole. It's not cool. The arm, the eye, yes, it's cool, but even in the future, having a robot colon is not. It's not lit. I I just don't like aggressive things. Like, here's another aggressive pet peeve of mine. I don't like it. I don't like when comedians refer to people that don't do stand-up comedy as civilians. Like we're Navy SEALs. Yeah. Like, oh shit, dude, don't stare. Bro, that's the comedian that got Bin Laden. Dude, no, yeah. He crowd worked him and his head exploded. Have you seen the reel on TikTok? Comedian destroys terrorists. It's nuts, dude. Can we chill out? I'm an Army veteran, and I don't think I've ever called a person a civilian once. Oh, thank you guys so much for the big applause. Yeah. No, sit down. No, that's the fuck. Don't do it now. I didn't want that. I wasn't fishing for that. Also, I don't deserve it. For a few reasons. One, I got kicked out a little early because I was a rabble rouser. You guys see the patterns? Second, I was a laboratory technician. My job was to figure out who had herpes on base. And it was everyone. It was the army. It's like, you're just all fucking each other. Like, everyone had herpes. I guess the coolest thing, because I've had people like, oh man, did you see any action? And I tell them, this is a story I tell when people are like, what kind of crazy shit did you see? I helped assist in an autopsy once when I was in the army. It was kooky. Don't you dare. Put a shirt around that or something. Put a cozy on it. No, we talked about this before. My friend was like, dude, someone's going to spill a can and it's going to roll for 5 years. And he was like, you better riff. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because a can could just fall at any moment, you know? That's not... Don't do it again. Okay, well, yeah, so I tell them this story. I helped assist in an autopsy. I was working in the lab with my lab partner. Was super cool. We were tight. And a full bird colonel walks in, and he goes, I need 2 volunteers. They do this shit in the army. And that means, like, you now. Like, it's not volunteer. It's just, they're being assholes. And so we got scrubbed up with, like, the booties and the thing and the hand, the thing, the mask. And we walked into a room, and we opened the door. And right where you're sitting, there was a metal slab, one of those like medical slabs, and on the slab was an old, dead, morbidly obese, naked man, right? And I don't remember his age from his chart, but he was at that age where old dudes start to sprout random tufts of hair on their body. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's just like shoulder, back of knee, front of a knee on this side, kidney, like, there's no symmetry, please, like, fuck, it's just, like, here's an experiment for you to do at home. Go buy a potato and put it on your counter. Leave it there for like 3 weeks. These orange sprouts will just start to like, that's how old he was. But in, like, human years, And he was morbidly obese, and the first thing they asked us to do was flip him from his back onto his stomach so we could fuck him. No. No. For science. No. I don't know why they wanted to look at his butt or something. I don't know. But this guy was fucking morbidly obese, right? And me and my buddy were like super buff. And it turns out this is why they wanted us there. This is all we did was flip this guy, right? Like, that was the volunteer work. And he was so fucking big, we had to rock him like fucking pirates just to like, dude, dead weight is no joke. We were just like fucking like, heave, oh, heave, oh. And he started rocking over, and just slowly as he started to turn over, I heard a sound, right? And I started doing the math, and I was like, this guy's been eating like shit for 59 years. And when he flipped, this guy farted for a few minutes straight. That doesn't seem like a long time. That's a Beatles song. Right? But it did not smell like strawberry fields. It was so loud and it was so stinky. And here's the truth, you know, is I'm not mature. Okay? So I'm like, and the full-bird colonel's not laughing, the pathologist, like everyone is so fucking serious. And I'm like, okay, I'm already a troublemaker, like be chill. And I'm trying not to laugh. And I was trembling. I was just like, because like, forbidden laughter is the sweetest of all laughter. So I was just like, come on, dude. And I looked over at my lab partner, and he was this big dude from Boston. He was standing right over here. And we had face masks on, and when I turned to him, he turned and looked at me like that. And then he smiled with his eyes. And it destroyed me. I started cry laughing like a lunatic. Like just like bent over, tears, boogers. I couldn't get air into my body fast enough. Just like insane laughing. And mind you, the fart is still going. Right? And I'm hunched over, and at one point I was like, fuck, I have abs. Like, I've never seen them before, but they hurt. I was like, oh my God. And I'm laughing, and he's farting, And at one point, I did like a complete 180. I stopped laughing, and I got like really choked up. I got like very emotional because I had like a epiphany. I was like, this is this man's very last fart. And I was like 21, so I was like, whoa, fuck, holy shit, oh, damn. And I was like, and even though he's dead, he's still bringing people joy. So I had to like wipe the weirdest tear of my life away. And of course, the full-bird colonel is just looking at me like, God, this guy really is weird. Might be neurodivergent or something. I don't know if that was a thing back then. I think it was just like, that guy's a fucking weirdo. I had another epiphany. I don't want a fucking autopsy. That was, dude, it was a lot. I did kind of loosen the things a little bit because I started cracking up. It was super serious. And then after that, they were like removing the skull to look at his brain. And like one of the doctors was like, "Don't make me peel your cat back." Like, this is a white guy like from the Midwest. Like it was super. And I was just like, man, these guys are like playing like fucking hot potato with like his liver and stuff. Like it was just, I don't want any of that shit. I don't care if my wife poisoned me. Like let her have the insurance money. I know the insurance. Like just that's my new religion. I don't like the death fart is like your fucking soul leaving your body. And I will come up with something. I gotta get it notarized and on paper and stuff. But like I don't want that shit. And it's just I take it further. I don't even want a funeral. I don't want my family to spend a bunch of money on a casket. I don't want them to put me in some weird suit and then do the like, is it fucking cake makeup on me? That's like really uncanny and weird. This is what I want. I need to get this on paper. I want to be buried naked in the yard. That's it. I'm not fucking around. Like I wanted to be buried naked in the yard. The only thing that I do request is a big tombstone, because like. When I was a teenager, my favorite band was The Cure, and I used to smoke a lot of weed, so I just would like hang out in cemeteries, because you know, and I would see epitaphs, and they were so cool. But like one that I saw a lot was like between two cherubs, usually, like you know, being all cheruby, it would be like beloved by many, and I always thought to myself like, prove it. Like show, don't tell. Like. I want my epitaph to read between two thick cherubs, had every streaming service, and paid for none of them. That is a beloved person. Do you guys think about your mortality ever? Shaking your head. You're just, that feels like a shub job for sure. You're like... I see the pain in your face as you were shaking your head. I do. This is another thing I realized. Pretty much any period. I'm gonna do that again because we're filming. Pretty much any period. See, then I did a jokey one that's also useless. Any period before the invention. Fuck, it's fucking kicking in. Before any period before the invention of optometry, I would have been fucked. Like, I'm legally blind in an eye. My eyes are shaped like fucking, frisbees or whatever. Like, it's so, like, I would have been food for a bear or something. Like, I would have been standing, like, looking at the sky, like, do you guys think it's just, like, is it, like, infinite or what is happening? Just, like, I wouldn't have heard the run. I'm also partially deaf. Like, I'm just a fucking hot mess. And it just, like, was highlighted. I went to the Boysenberry Festival, and... Why is that funny? I like to go to the Boysenberry Festival and cut loose with the other free-spirited white women, okay? It's a good time. I broke my prescription glasses there, and just immediately I was in another dimension. Because I was just like a little high, and I broke my glasses, and then just all of a sudden it was just like, I'm just like, oh, dude, is that a cholo with the baseball bat menacing towards me? And then it gets close, and I'm like, oh, that's like a middle-aged woman with a corn dog. Like, this sucks. Like, this is problematic. And I called my optometrist the next day, and it was emergency mode. I was like, dude, I need glasses ASAP. I was like, I lost my backup pair. I don't have an emergency pair of glasses. Like, how quickly can you get me glasses? I can't drive legally one eye, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, all right. He's kind of an older dude, kind of slow. And he goes, you have insurance, right? And I was like, yeah, I work for the county. I'm good. And he goes, all right, let me plug it in real quick. And he goes, with his fucking mouth, right? Like, it's that guy. He goes, and he goes, great news. He goes, you're fully covered. He's like, lenses, frames, the exam, the whole deal. It's all covered. And I was like, excellent. And he goes, it's only going to take us 30 days to get you a pair of glasses. And I was like, 30 days? What the? I was like, no, dude, like, it's an emergency. I need glasses now. And this is where he fucking threw a curveball at me. He goes, you see, with your insurance, we have to send the order over to a prison. Inmates are going to assemble your glasses, and then they're going to send them back to us. Which, as an American man, that is TMI. Don't fucking pull the curtain back on capitalism. Like, fucking, are you joking? Like, hey, whore, like, dude, just say they're laggy laggers at the glasses factory. I would have been like, oh, bro, laggy lagger's gonna lag, man, I get it. Like, prisoners are making my fucking glasses? That's what you said out loud? Don't tell me the truth? Like, are you insane? That'd be like if I called Samsung and I was like, hey, Samsung, the battery in my phone keeps dying. I need a replacement. Do you guys, is it warranty? Well, sir, you know what? Actually, you're fully covered during the warranty. It's only going to take us 6 months to get you a battery. And I'm like, 6 months? I can't watch porn. I can't stream porn. Like, I need a phone, like, now. I'm like, well, sir, you know the children that mine for cobalt in the Congo? They're on strike right now, so it's a little bit of a process. Like, Jesus. Like, that, this is like noon. I was like, oh. These are the prison glasses. Oh, yeah. I still wanted them. Like, I said, they look cool. They're fully covered. Come on. These are the most hipster glasses I've ever owned by a mile. People are like, dude, those are rad. Where'd you get them? I'm like, San Quentin. Apparently. I ended up having to go to Costco to get an emergency pair of glasses. That's what happened. I don't know about you, but I have to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fit to go to Costco. I can't just wander in there without my psychic defenses up. And I I don't know. Costco is kind of like, it just has the dumbest, most selfish shoppers in the world. It's just like weird hive mentality. Costco's dangerous. Costco operates under the same rules as 1970s taxi driver New York. Like when you walk into Costco, it's like, yeah, vitamins, optometry, tire service, what's up? And then you go like further in, and then you get to the sample area, where a soccer mom will run you over with her cart and leave you for dead to get to a 2-ounce sample of acai berry juice. And then you go fucking further in, there's broken glass. I start to hear the soundtrack to Jackie Brown in my head. I'm just like, across 110th Street, pimp's trying to find a woman that's weak. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh. The rotisserie chicken area is the Spanish Harlem of Costco. Someone will pull out a fucking butterfly knife and stab you for that last $5 chicken. I don't know if it was a mental breakdown or a spiritual awakening at Costco. I went during the pandemic, and just a lot of things were going on with me in the world. But like for me, let's just keep it real simple. Let's just say I was clinically depressed. Let's keep it nice and easy, okay? And I went to Costco, like I was in my like jammies, just sad, you know, reeking of cigarettes. I was wearing fucking loafers, just headphones in. Don't look at me, don't talk to me, like just groceries. And a woman fucking hit me my ankle with her cart. And the loafers don't have ankle support. And dude, the cart was filled with dog food. I swear to God, I remember she hit me so fucking hard that her cart lifted off the ground for a second. And I was doing that like, oh, like that, where I was like, fuck, she broke it. And I looked at her and I was like, okay, now she's gonna apologize, say whoops. This woman fucking stared right through me. And I could almost see the thought bubble just like, she was like, oh, fuck, cat food. And just, whoop, like, didn't make a sound. And I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here now. Again, weird space, pandemic. I was just like, this is not right. But I wanted my groceries. So I go to leave, and this is a Costco phenomenon. There's an aisle at Costco, like a middle aisle, that leads to the checkout area, right? And then they have like 20 cashiers. It's so many. But people see other people in line, so they go, oh, I guess that's where I'm supposed to go, because there's people there. So they just like keep piling their carts in the middle. It's like that cop car crash in Blues Brothers, just like, and it clusters the whole thing. So you have like 13, 15 people in line here, and then you have 5, and then 3 at the end. And I was like, not today, Satan. I was like, I need to get out of here like ASAP. So I cut through everything, and I ended up on the side, and it was jam-packed at Costco. And I got in line. There was only one person, and I just jumped in. And I was like, oh, my ankle's dropping. I was like, I'm gonna be out of Costco like so soon. Like this is great. And then I realized that the cashier was brand new. And I was like, all right, it's a minor setback. All right. And I looked over. The other lines were long as hell. And I was like, this is the right move. And then I realized that the woman in front of me was trying to return a television. That's not where you return items. And to make matters worse, it wasn't inside of a cart. Her 2 children were carrying a flat screen TV, like a little makeshift human litter, like just... And they got into it. Man, I just watched the other lines start to melt away. My ankle, but I was so proud of the one-person line thing that I was like, I'm not moving. I'm going right here, and I'm out of here. I got stuck in line at Costco for so long that I started thinking about the concept of non-existence. Like, I was just, like, stuck in line. I was looking around, and I was like, okay, flat-screen TVs, refrigerators, and then like refrigerators with flat screens built into them, and I was like, that's pretty crazy. And I just was like, where did all of this come from? And I was alone, not physically, but like spiritually. So I started answering my own questions. I was like, well, all of this came from humans, right? But I was like, but where did humans come from? Well, humans came from monkeys. I'm like, well, what about that? Well, there was like a mole when there was dinosaurs. I'm like, well, what about that? Well, a fish came out of the ocean 400 million years ago. And I was like, well, what about that? And I was stuck in line So I just kept going and I got all the way to the Big Bang. But I was like, but where did that come from? Because the Big Bang wasn't just always there. And I was stuck and I just kept going and I kept going and I got all the way to nothing. And I was like, did everything come from nothing? Because if it came from nothing, then nothing isn't nothing because nothing can be anything. Is that what God is? The infinite nothingness of creative potential? Because everything comes from that, including us. Are we all just God in drag playing hide and go seek with ourselves? Is the woman returning the television God? Is the cashier God? Is Costco God? So now I understand why people get into the longest lines at Costco. Because why would you ever want to leave the glory of Costco, people? Costco is good. All the time. All the time, Costco is good. $1.50 for a hot dog and a fountain drink? What a good God. $5 for a rotisserie chicken during inflation? What a loving God. And for just $60 a year, you can all join me on Sunday for Kirkland Communion with our Lord and Savings, where we consume the body of Christ in the form of samples. Woo! God damn. So I had that epiphany and I was like, fuck, I think I get it. Like, why we're all one and like we all come from the same thing and it's like we should love each other. We're all the same thing. And I felt that for about 30 seconds and then I got to the other line that you have to wait in at Costco. And I'll get off Costco in like 2 seconds. But it was like I was feeling all these things and then I went and I had to get in line again. And it's that thing where they check your receipt. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You just bought 5 years worth of groceries. You walk up to this person with like little cat glasses and you unfurl this Dead Sea Scroll of fucking of a receipt that hits the ground. That's like, in the beginning, there were savings. And like, they have their little cat glasses and they go like a fucking T-1000. And I'm like, okay, you're good. Like, stop. That's a fake job. That's a fucking fake job. I did that Costco routine on a show and someone slid into my DMs. Real talk, it was like 1 a.m. after the show, and this woman messaged me. It was a list, like BuzzFeed style, right? And she goes, 1, you're attractive. 2, you're funny. 3, you're financially responsible enough to have your own Costco membership. 4, I had to list a 4th thing, but my pussy is so wet, it's inhibiting my keyboard. And I was like, damn, that is fucking bold. And I thought it was like kind of cool in the moment because I was like, damn, all right, you know, shoot your shot. And then I was like, no, like, do not take that advice for yourself. Do not shoot that shot. Like, she maybe got away with it. I cannot. Like, my version of that is fucking not cool. Just like DM someone at 1 a.m. It's like, 1, you're hot. 2, you're funny. 3, you're financially responsible. 4, I had to list a 4th thing, but there's gum everywhere. It's fucking crazy. I can't even type. I'm slipping over here. It's for you. It's all for you. Y'all, that has been my comedy album time. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys are amazing.